Attention passengers, this is your captain speaking, Sam Berry. Welcome back to the Consciousness Express. This flight is direct to Consciousness Town via Funville, and you guys are awesomeness city. This ship today, guys, you're flying on the Consciousness Express plane, and there might be some turbulence. So strap in, make sure your airplane seatbelt is buckled in tightly. If you're going to go to the Mile High Club during this flight, please do so discreetly, and there will be no food for you guys. Anyways, welcome back, guys. Grateful to have you here for another episode of the Consciousness Express. How does it get any better? Welcome back to my regular listeners, and to anyone new, welcome. Welcome. How does it get any better that you are here? So today, we're going to dive into having a body, and that having a body is no limitation at all. Because, how do you have somewhere in your reality that you are limited because you have a body? That there is a limitation imposed upon you because you are in a body. What if that was not the case? What if having a body is not the ultimate limitation? What if it is truly the possibility and doorway to more of you and to more of life? So we're going to explore that today, guys. We are going on an exploration. Exploración. So how many of you truly enjoy your body? How many of you can look at yourself in the mirror without the need to point something out that needs fixing? Self-judgment is the biggest form of self-abuse on this planet, and it is something that we do day in, day out. When you judge your body, when you judge you, that is the biggest unkindness you can do to yourself. But how often do you do it? How often do you judge your body? It's like your body doesn't judge you, so why do you judge it? What points of views have you picked up from society, your parents, social media, whatever, that there is something wrong with your body? That because you don't look a certain way, therefore you are wrong. Or because you can't do this sort of exercise, there's something wrong with your body. In today's episode, I want to get you guys to begin to start having the possibility show up, to start to begin to see that having a body is not a limitation. It is a possibility and a contribution. And to realize that it's a constant creation. Your body is a constant creation every day of what you're choosing. And it's either you're either creating it or you're destroying it. Have you actually acknowledged that you're creating your body? Have you actually noticed your body? Do you talk to your body? Do you listen to your body? Or do you just drag it around, going, I've just got this meat suit that I need to drag around me while I live my life? Have you created it where you're now numb to your body so you can't even hear it? You know, there's this saying where it's like, listen to your body's whispers before you are forced to hear its screams. And you know what tends to happen is people ignore the little whispers because your body's always communicating to you. It's always gifting you awareness and information to help you. It's a part of what the body does. One of its purposes is to gift you information. How many of you don't choose to listen to it and then become numb to the whispers of your body that then it has to create a pain or a sickness in order for you to listen? And then you go, fuck, I'm sick, or man, I've got this knee pain, or this disease or something. How did this happen? You created it, my friend. And that is something to acknowledge and go, well, if I created this, well, I wonder what else could I create? And if you are suffering a sickness or a disease right now, what's your body trying to tell you? Just begin talking to your body. Okay, hey, body. Hi. Hi, body. How are you? Hello. What do you require? What are you trying to tell me with this pain? With this sickness? What have you been trying to tell me all this time? Because your body has its own consciousness and it knows most likely a hell of a lot more than you. So if we were willing to engage and communicate and be in communion with our bodies, well, I wonder how much of a greater life we could begin to have, how much more possibilities could begin to show up, how much more ease we could begin to have with everything if we were willing to choose and include our bodies in our lives. How much do you not include your body in your life? In the creation of your life, you don't include your body at all. Do you include your body in the creation of your life? Because you have your body for the rest of your life. Like, what if you saw your body as your best friend? Would you talk to it the way you talk to your best? Would you talk to your body the way? Would you talk to your best friends the way that you talk to your body? Would you treat your best friends the way you treat your body? Because at the end of the day, things will come and go, people will come and go. Your body will be here until the day you breathe your last breath. And it's like, what kind of relationship do you want to have with your body? What kind of life do you want to have? Do you want to get to 60 to 70 and then begin to become immobile and unable to enjoy your body, unable to move, unable to bend down, and taking pills every day just to stay alive? Is that the kind of life that you want to? Not saying that they will, but how many people do you look at when they're older? They've just neglected their body. They just stopped creating their bodies, and their body is just dying, and then it becomes about this trying to keep it alive through eating 20 pills a day, and then walk around like a stiff statue because they just have no mobility and flexibility and strength in their bodies anymore. It's like, move your body every day until the day you die. Move it. Move it. Move it. Moto. Yeah. The more you start to choose your body and include your body, the more of the gift of your body you're going to receive. Because it is a gift. Constantly I'm always like, what a gift it is to be here in a body, a physical body, and feel the sensations. Feel the temperature in the air, the sun, the cold water, the nice soft carpet, a delicious body that you're having sex with, like the yummy food in your mouth, a hot bath. Like, what an absolute gift it is having a body. And I wonder how many of us just truly don't have gratitude for our bodies and are in constant judgment of our bodies. Because you can either be in judgment of your body and gratitude of your body. You can't be in both at the same time. Gratitude will melt the judgment of your body. So if you're in judgment of your body, what gratitude can you have of your body in order to melt the judgment you have of your body? Because what if you could start to have the joy of having a body? what would that be like? What space would that be like if you were functioning from having the joy of having a body? What possibility would you be for yourself and your relationships in the world if you were loving having a body? And even just think about when your stomach's upset and that affects your mind and then it affects your outer world. You're like, oh, I feel sick in the tummy. Now I don't feel good mentally. And now just everything sucks. What if you could start to feel good in your body and you chose for that and included your body so that you could create with your body? Because, yeah, like at what point did you stop creating your body and start destroying it? Was it after you finished puberty? You were like, okay, that's it. Now my body's in destruction mode for the rest of my life. Just going to slowly deteriorate. Is that the reality you're buying into? Or is there something else possible available to you with your body? Because we've got to remember, and a part of like you being here listening to these podcasts is I'm going to be presenting to you different realities and different possibilities beyond this reality, beyond the conclusions, definitions, and judgments and computations of this reality, which most people buy into, which then becomes the limitation of their lives, becomes the bounds in which they cannot go beyond, becomes what they cannot create beyond, and what they get stuck in and victim to and imposed upon. And so, what if there was something else completely different available to you with your body? What if how you could create your body and what was possible for your body was far greater than this reality has gotten you to believe? Are you willing to explore that possibility? And a part of that is to start to actually talk to and communicate and be in communion with your body. And so you have to really realize that you're creating your body every day. So what are you choosing? Are your choices creating it to be something greater? To be something that you're in communion with and oneness with and can receive from and enjoy? Or are you destroying it because you've decided that you don't like it or that there's something wrong with it? When you take a fixed point of view, that gets locked into your body and destroys your body. So what fixed points of views do you have? When you're willing to be aware and continually expand your awareness, the less your body will be in fight or flight mode. So what communion with your body can you begin to choose? What embodiment is available to you? Embodiment is the way to oneness. You came here in a body, not to avoid having a body, to enjoy having a body, to become embodied. That's one of the things of being an infinite being and then having a body is to learn to become embodied, to have oneness with your body. How many of us are not choosing for that? How many of us don't see our bodies as a gift? Are you willing to see your body as a gift? Are you willing to see your body as your best friend? What would you start choosing if you started to include your body in your choices? Something that you can do too, which I started how many years ago? Probably like 2-3 years ago. My friend Danielle, I was in one of her classes, and she was like, create a 10% account for your body. So what a 10% account is an account you have that you put 10% away of every dollar that comes into your life. You put 10 cents away of that dollar. So whether it's through work, someone gifts you a dollar, someone, you win money, whatever, you find money, any way, shape, or form that money showed up in your life in the terms of currency, 10% of that goes into your body account. And that way, it's an honoring of your body. Because really, what do you need money for? You, as an infinite being, do you require money? It's your body that requires money because you require food, clothes, shelter, healthcare, and water, like nice things, a bed to sleep in. It's your body. So what if you started to honor your body more? And the 10%, I love doing the 10% account with my body because, if I'm want to get a massage, I've got money there to get a massage. I got a dentist appointment coming up. I got money there for the dentist appointment. So if you spend the 10% account, it's things for your body. Not like, oh, I want a new camera, so I'll buy a new camera. It's different. It's like, oh, my body's sore and requires a massage. I'll go get a massage. Or, yeah, whatever it is with your body. So that is something I've loved doing, and potentially you guys might too if you want to try it. If you want to try it out, but only spend it for your body, guys, because it's an account for your body. So yeah, really wanted to just like start to bring more awareness into your reality of like, are you really choosing for your body? Are you really including your body? Do you see your body as a gift? Are you enjoying your body? Do you have the joy of being in a body? And you can see when people love having their bodies. They love to move it. They don't have judgment of themselves. They're just shining a different sort of radiance where it's just like, I love me. I love my body. And it's such a freedom to have. You can just move without judgment. You can be without judgment. Show up as you without judgment. And when you're feeling good in your body, holy shit, do you feel good in your mind? And holy shit, does life start feeling great? And then you just would dance for no reason. Be in the shop, just want to move and dance. You'll just be walking down the street with a different energy, seeing the plants, just like what a gift a body is. And I really hope that you guys can begin, if not already, to choose to have that, because it is just a choice away. And look, if you are at a point where you've been numb to your body for so long, haven't been listening to it, and you've got sickness or pain or disease or something like that, then unfortunately you're gonna have to get uncomfortable and do the work to go beyond it. If you would like to create something different for yourself, if you would like to start to have a different relationship with your body where you can actually enjoy your body, ask questions during the process. If you are sick right now, if you have got a physical ailment, okay, hey body, just start talking to your body. Hey body, how you going? What do you require? What do you need? What are you trying to tell me? What else is possible for us with healing this? Start to talk to it, because then you can start to be in communion with your body, so you can actually start to listen to your body, what it's actually required, what your body's actually requiring from you, not like what the book tells you or the doctor tells you. What does your body know about healing the thing that you haven't been willing to ask? Because it's your body. Talk to it. And things will take time to heal. That's a part of your journey. So you can start to begin to create a different reality for yourself where you're not just in constant judgment of your body all the time, because having a body is not a limitation at all, and there is nothing wrong with your body. Yeah, there may be things that are not working for you. That's just they're not working for you. So choose something different. It's not I'm wrong, I'm fucked up, therefore I need to change my body because there's something fucked up about it. No, it's I love my body. I want to choose for my body because I love it and I enjoy it. And what I've been choosing isn't working because it's creating this pain or it's creating this sickness or whatever. It's just making me not really, my body's not agreeing with it. Okay, so what else is possible that I haven't yet considered? What's a different choice? Body, what are you requiring? And be in question and play with your body. You know, so you can start like, what's your reality with your body? Not what's this reality's version of having a body. What's your reality with having a body? What do you know about having a body and the creation of a body that you haven't been willing to know and acknowledge? Because otherwise, you will fall into the points of views of this reality and what it means to have a body, and what you can do and what you can't do, and what is possible and what's not possible, and what it means to be this age, what it means to be this age. Because that's what, with aging, what happens is people buy the points of views of this reality. So, okay, when you're 12, this is what it means to be 12. This is what's going to be happening in your body. This is what you can do. This is what you can't do. Then at 20, at 30, okay, when you're 30, this is going to mean this. And it means you can do this. It means you can't do this. And you're allowed to do this. And you're not allowed to do that. And when you're 50, this is what it means to be 50, 60, 70. At 80, this is what is going to be happening to your body. And you get locked into the points of views of this reality, and your point of view creates your reality. Your reality does not create your point of view. So when you buy into the points of views of this reality that, okay, this is what it means to be 60 years old, and this is what it means for my body, then you buy that as your own and then start to create that and lock your body into that point of view. And then you create the limitations of this reality and you impose them on your own body. And so that now when you turn 60, well, it's going to mean this. So now your body's going to start to create those things because your point of view is that. But what if something completely different was possible for you? What is your version of being 60 as an example? Just because majority of people at 60 experience these things doesn't mean you have to. How many of the rest of this world has been aligning and agreeing with the same point of view of what it means to be 60, 70, 80, that they're all creating that because they're not willing to create their body every day. They're not willing to be in communion with their body. They're not willing to look for what else is possible with their body. They're not willing to have their own points of views on their body. They're not willing to let their body have its own point of view. What it means to be ages. One of the beautiful things about access bars is there's the points called the aging toaster, which undo all the limitations on what it means to age. So when you get a session with 32 points, access bars is a modality on the head that helps clear out all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, judgments, beliefs, blah, 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 considerations to get rid of the limitations that are in the way of you being you and creating the life you could be having and having the joy of your body and relationships and blah, 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 blah. There's the points called the aging toaster, and they have in place all your considerations of what it means to age, what you can do, what you can't do, what it means for your body, blah, 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 blah. And so when you get your bars run, you begin to clear out the limitations around the points of views that you have on what it means to age. And there's also points that alleviate the body from stress and trauma and points of views too, which is one of the reasons Access Bars is so phenomenal, because it's just working on clearing out all of the crap that is in the way of you being the joyful you could be. So if you haven't tried Access Bars, guys, I highly recommend. I'm in Melbourne, so if you're in Melbourne, you listen to this, hit me up. I'll put the link in my show notes of this podcast. But yeah, it's like create your body. Create your body, not this reality's version of a body, not your parents' bodies, your body. Because what would be possible for you in your life? How much more joy could you have of your body and being here if you were willing to create it every day? So, yeah, it's like, when you're having sex, for example, and you're with someone that doesn't have judgment of their bodies or judgment of you and your body, it's such a different space to be around. It's such a nurturance to your own body to be around someone that doesn't have judgment of their own body. Just like, oh my gosh, I can just be me. My body can just be how it is without needing to pretend to be something else or in judgment because they don't have judgment. You mean we can enjoy sex for the fun of it rather than the judgment of it? Oh, I wonder what that would be like. People were willing to enjoy their bodies during sex without judgment. So, on that note, guys, go and have some beautiful sex without judgment with your partner or whoever. That's your home play. Go have sex and enjoy it without getting stuck in your head about what's right or wrong with your body and how you should be or how the sex should be or, yeah, what kind of sex could you start to have if judgment wasn't in the equation? So, yeah, as always, you can check out my website, earthsamlove.com, and my socials at earthsamlove on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and check out my membership group, The Wilds of Consciousness. I'll put the link in my show notes. You're always invited to come along on that journey too, guys. And I will see you next week for the next episode. And yeah.